Hola Bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? What's up, my buttercup? Ich hoffe, es geht euch gut. Saludos desde Javier, España. Owls and I say hello and welcome you to episode 12 of season 2 of Mel's Magic. Bienvenidos. So today is a big day. It's the 1st of February 2022. Numerology, if you add all the numbers together, is a 9. 9 in numerology signifies culmination of wisdom and experience, and the number is buzzing with endings, with the energy of endings and new beginnings. And we're talking more about cycles, no? Because universe works in cycles. So one cycle is ending and a new cycle is starting, which kind of fits nicely in with our episode 11 yesterday, where I spoke about this whole notion of transformation being in the energy. And it's to no surprise because not only is it Chinese New Year in Tiger, but it's also New Moon in Aquarius. So as you may know, we are actually in the age of Aquarius, which is a whole new era. We're shifting up. We are generally not transcending, what do you call it? Ascending into new consciousness, collective consciousness. And Age of Aquarius is also about a more humanitarian perspective of the world, which also means living that out in the world, no? So living out your purpose. And yeah, Aquarius is also related, the sign Aquarius is related to the star card in the tarot, like we pulled yesterday. And the star card has everything to do with being clear. Where's my notes? I took so many notes today, it's insane because I set my intentions also. Yes, Aquarius star. The star card in the tarot invites us to go deeper and make clear wishes and intentions. So it being the Chinese New Year and it being the new moon Aquarius, I sat myself down today and really thought about, what we spoke about yesterday, letting go, what to let go of and what to invite, because you have to let go of something in order to make space for something new to come in. And I'm just going to quickly share my list of personality traits that I really want to let go of. Something might resonate with you. Self-pity, don't want that anymore. Kind of sense of overwhelmedness or tension, which then creates tension and stress, as I spoke about yesterday. Sense of incompetence, fear of failure, fear of the future. Self-beating, which led to depression for myself in the past. And self-recrimination and self-victimization, like feeling the victim of whatever situation. And, okay, this is a secret. My addiction to Love Tarot. I've been watching too much Love Tarot. It's crazy. A lot of it is super informative, but if I really think about it and I'm prioritizing, I could make better use of my time. So that needs to go down too. And there we go. So those are the patterns that I've identified that I want to let go, and that personality I want to die to, so I can practice becoming the person I want to be, the qualities I want to embody. And that brings me back to what I mentioned also yesterday in episode 11, the necessity for consistent daily spiritual practice. Because if we don't practice a new habit, our brain, our being reverts to an old habit because those neural pathways are already there. And it's like driving on the same road to work. We can almost go on autopilot because we know how to get there from A to B. But if we try a new road, we have to pay more attention. We have to watch out more. We have to practice it more. So it also becomes automatic. It's all about habit building, no? And conscious habit building. So, I have substituted my self-limiting beliefs with a set of affirmations that I want to tell myself also in the evening. And again, interestingly enough, to the cards I pulled today underline or highlight the energy I'm in again. And the personal becomes universal. So I'm sure something might resonate with you as well. So in the spirit of applying new consistent habits, and also looking back, the New Moon in Aquarius also invites us to look at old traditions, look at our old habits, and not necessarily disregard everything, but filter through the traditions or maybe the mindsets we were brought up with, and filter and select what is still of purpose to us, what still serves us, and then let go of those that don't. So it's not necessarily, okay, out with everything old, out with all tradition. No, it's a matter of selecting and recontextualizing what is still of purpose in our present day and time. And of course, on a personal level, starting on a personal level. So the main energy card I pulled today from the original Rider Waite Tarot is the Hierophant. This is Major Arcana. And the Hierophant precisely represents tradition and set of beliefs and knowledge, divine wisdom, commitment also, and knowledge sharing. So the affirmation I found very useful in relation to this energy is, I learn from the best how to embody my spirituality and ground it into reality so that others may benefit from it too. So my intention is to go back to a committed morning and evening practice of intention setting. While I do a Yin Shin Jitsu, Japanese healing modality, streaming to myself, then a visualization and meditation, and then I go on a gratitude walk in nature. So those are, technical error again. Anyway, I was saying that those practices are part of my lifestyle and form the foundation of my well-being. We said that good energy, positive energy needs to be nurtured because the universe kind of tends to entropy, and it's so easy to get stuck in a loop of negative energy which just feeds on itself. So we need conscious, deliberate, intentional daily practices to keep us on track and to ground and manifest what we want to embody into our everyday lives. So the Hierophant, yes, invites us, the Hierophant, especially in the new moon in Aquarius, invites us to innovation, ingenuity, conformity, and really looking at traditions and choosing what serves us in our present context, and then devote dedicated effort to our own evolution and serving a community. So this is the main energy that I pulled. The clarifying energy was the Devil in reverse and the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is interesting because just yesterday I shared with you how I was stuck in my mind, and my mind created and projected fear scenarios, which then made me literally end up in a sleepless night. And that has everything to do with the energy today of letting go. So Devil upright means obsessions and being tempted by kind of lower, more animalistic maybe behavior, animalistic or primitive behaviors, or just negative thinking patterns and activities and people. So in the reverse, it means releasing that kind of old way of thinking that doesn't serve us anymore. In my case, obsessing about the future, for example, doesn't serve us, doesn't serve me. And the Eight of Swords in reverse, just want to show you upright. You see this lady blindfolded with 8 swords around, but she has kind of a foot in the water. She's not, to be honest, she's not really stuck. It's just because she's blindfolded. If she would take her blindfolds off, she would let go, be able to release herself from this turmoil or from this imaginary imprisonment. So in the reverse, it literally means that, again, releasing negative thinking, self-limiting beliefs, inner critic thinking, self-criticizing, everything I told you at the beginning that I want to let go of as part of my mental purge ritual. with the new moon. Voila. And from the Light Seer deck, it's crazy, a different deck, but same message. There was, for one, the Five of Swords in reverse. So Five of Swords, similar to the Eight of Swords, a lot of swords. Swords and tarot have to do with mind. So too much mental activity. Look at this guy, he's got a headache. He's just like done with thinking. So in the reverse is exactly that. Going back to the body, letting go of mental chatter, trying to self-regulate, self-soothe, and centering ourselves again in the body through whatever tools and methods that help us. One simple one is just breathing, going out in nature, breathing. It's crazy how deep breathing can calm down your central nervous system. That's proven stuff. So again, we can only embody the energy of the Hierophant, which is using prefrontal cortex, also making conscious choices if we let go of all this unnecessary mental chatter and self-limiting beliefs that don't serve us. So from the Five of Swords in reverse, I pulled the Six of Swords. And we know this card from previous episodes. No, there's this girl on a voyage pulled by three crows. She looks like a little bit disheartened because maybe she had to let go of some home. Maybe she doesn't quite know where she's going, but she's definitely on a new journey and going towards new shores. So we can only step into the unknown, step into a new future if we let go of these self-limiting negative emotions and thoughts. Thoughts feed emotions, and thought pattern and emotion and beliefs form our destiny. So if we want to change our destiny, we have to start with our state of being. Be aware of our thoughts, change our thoughts, and conjure and nurture positive emotions such as gratitude, joy, love, abundance, freedom, excitement, and fun. Those are higher vibrations. Voila. And from the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot deck, I pulled the Empress card. Now, this is super powerful Major Arcana card again. This energy, so again, all the cards basically represent an energy. It's not necessarily gender specific, so it's a type of energy. Empress energy is the creme de la creme of the tarot. It's everything to do with inner power, standing in your self-value, accepting yourself, knowing that you are a beautiful, powerful, divine being, accessing your inner core, your inner center, and literally, emanating this Empress energy everyone is attracted to. So at the core of it, beyond all this mental chatter, we have to remember this energy is at the center of our being, and we can access it. We need to nurture it though. Vale? The clarifying cards for the Empress card from the Wild Unknown Tarot were the Four of Wands in reverse. So Four of Wands upright usually stands for outer celebration, community, joy, family coming together. In the reverse, it is more about personal celebration, and it invites us to take stock of how far we've come. I feel that also in my journey. I'm so eager to rush ahead and accomplish all these things that I often forget to just congratulate myself for what has already been achieved. And if you have followed my previous episodes, I mentioned how I was really in this hellhole of depression. And I came out of it exactly a year ago by this consistent effort, rebuilding myself brick by brick and building a stronger foundation. And that took commitment, devotion, patience, which are not necessarily my forte, but which I implemented because at the end of the day, I love myself. And if you love yourself, then you have to have patience and dedication. So those are all inner wins that, it's often these inner battles that we win and that are not maybe perceived from people outside, but we have to take stock of our inner achievements and how far we've come and take stock of all the battles and challenges we have we have surpassed, and celebrate our resilience as well. It's incredible. So this is a card of reminding us to take stock of our journey so far. And the other card that complemented the Empress was the Mother of Pentacles, the beautiful card. So in reverse though. So Mother of Pentacles correlates to the Queen of Pentacles in the original tarot. In this one, the author called her Mother of Pentacles. So you see the deer and a little fawn nestling next to it. And the Mother of Pentacles is this nurturing, similar to the Empress, but more domestic, nurtured, grounded energy that is responsible. And you can see even with the lines, it's a very stable energy. In the reverse, it's inviting us to ask ourselves, well, are we grounded enough? Are we in tune with our environment, the plants we're taking care of, the animals, our pets? Are we in tune with the people we cohabit with? And are we trusting ourselves, and are we committing to our self-growth? Which I want to circle back to the initial card, has everything to do with cultivating these daily practices that keep us grounded and which require commitment. I thought about this word commitment, and I feel it really takes staying committed to something in order to see the result, because it's a long-term process. So committing to a spiritual practice, committing to a sport, committing to any good habit, it allows us to see our progress over time. It takes consistency and commitment. So the Mother of Pentacles in reverse invites us to ask ourselves these questions. Are we committed enough? Are we consistent in our daily practices? Are we practicing self-awareness and self-love in its biggest meaning? And what does it entail to practice self-love and self-respect? We need to sift through the practices that serve us and implement them every day. Wow, that was a huge story. But it had to be. It's a Chinese New Year. We're entering into a whole new cycle, whole new stage. We're dropping the baggage of the past. We're sifting through habits and thought patterns and belongings and situations that serve us, and purging what doesn't serve us anymore, because we're committing to a new cycle. We're devoting ourselves to a new cycle of being, new state of being. And again, I encourage you to find the tools that help you nurture yourself spiritually, mentally, physically. There's so much information out on YouTube. I've mentioned a few, just Joe Dispenza, for example. Invest in yourself, as I'm trying to recommit to as well. ¿Vale? Y con esto, I can't remember how you say Happy New Year, Happy Chinese New Year in Chinese, but all the best for the new year. I'm projecting my energy to you. I hope you're able to nurture your own. And it's exciting times ahead. I wish you all the best, and stay tuned for Mel's Magic episode 13 coming up soon. If you haven't checked the other episodes of my channel, please do. I have an entire 22 videos in season 1, and this is already episode 12 of season 2. And I'm grateful to anyone who shares, likes, and comments, and subscribes to my channel. ¿Vale? Con esto, saludos. Take care, everyone. Ciao.